Hello, good morning, my angels. This is going to conclude our mid-month updates for October. This is the final reading for those mid-month updates. I have will be posting your crystal updates for October, and now this is the last video pertaining to love, asking the universe to guide me to the messages for Sagittarius for mid-month October. What is blocking your love life? What are you doing, or what could you not be doing to affect your love life? So you could be doing some things that are causing you to have problems, or you could be not taking action. Maybe you're just sitting back waiting for things to happen instead of being proactive. Whatever the energies are, we'll see what the cards say. Remember to use your own intuitiveness, and whatever choices you make in your life can affect your love life. So you have to be accountable to that as well. Cards are blessed, prayed for, tell life for time. Please share, like, and comment. And thank you to those of you who watch and support the channel. First, we're going to tap into the energies of the Tower. There were some clarifiers. Asking the universe yet again to guide me to the cards to show Sagittarius what is blocking their love life, or what they could be contributing to or not doing that is affecting the outcome in the love situations. We thank you in advance. Amen. Okay, we got it to 3 cards with the underlying. Ooh, okay. So the overall energy is a 3 of Pentacles. So what many of you could be doing that is impacting your love life is that you're busy at work, or work slowly has taken more of a priority for you. When you've gone through a lot of difficulties and challenges in love, it can deter your sense of thinking, or you regain a sense of priority, but you set your priorities based upon your entire life, not just your love life. What is more important to you? Some of you feel sometimes that, you know what, you need to get your act together, and putting all of your energies and giving so much of your heart and yourself to your love life sometimes is detrimental to the other aspects of your life. You don't feel whole. And many of us tend to, when we fall in love, to give it our all, and we forsake ourselves and others in our life during the process. So I feel like the 3 of Pentacles energy here is saying that many of you are starting to do the work, not only on yourself, but doing the work that is important to your life and journey. And maybe your career, your hobbies, the things that give you joy, you, for the first time in your life, if not maybe, you know, the second or third time, however it is in your particular life, you feel the sense that, you know what, I haven't been doing good in relationships, or the connections that I've been making have been taking away instead of adding to my life. Let me focus on my life. Let me focus on me. Let me make me whole. Let me build my foundation, build my prosperity, build my generational wealth, or whatever your end game and goal is. And if love happens to come along the way, fine, but I'm not going to make being with someone or having a partner take priority over the fundamental things in my life. That followed with the Ace of Wands, Justice, and Moon. Opportunities do come to us in love. There are times when love is staring us right in the face, or someone could be a potential partner, but for whatever reason, either we're not ready, or we just choose to ignore it. So some of us might be feeling lonely or melancholy about our love life, a little confused about it, when we really have to look in the mirror and look within to say, well, is it that I'm not having relationships because it's by choice, or is it because the opportunities are there, but I choose not to pursue them? Or the opportunities are there and I'm pursuing them, but I'm pursuing the wrong ones? But with the Ace of Wands energy, I do feel that the opportunity comes to us. It's whether or not we want to tap into those relationships, see where they're going to take us, see what our feelings and emotions are with those particular moments. For some of us, it could be because we don't feel that maybe with certain connections a certain potential to connections that it will fulfill us, or that the relationship will be what we would want it to be. Sometimes we just judge a book by its cover, and we can be totally wrong. It could be the ones that you're turning away could be the one that is your soulmate, your twin flame. And the ones that you keep running to is what is going to be your downfall. So this is always telling us that we should always have new ideas and think of new ways of how to handle our love life, and think of new ways to spark interest in our love life. Don't just keep doing the same old that isn't working for us. With the Justice card, the messages that I'm getting with the Justice card when it comes to love, things that we have to be aware of. One, watch who you're dating. Know their background. Are they tied up in any legal problems? Do they come from a dark, shady past? I find that with the Justice card, many of you are finding yourselves connected to people who aren't fair, either with you or in love, or they have problems. Bad energy in legal problems tend to be a bad guy. You know, everybody likes a bad guy. So I feel that's one sense of something that you need to be mindful of when you are choosing partners or being attracted to others. Also, many of you feel like love hasn't been fair to you. The people that have come into your life romantically haven't been fair to you. Some of you still hold resentment from past connections, past relationships, past hardships as it pertains to love. And you still feel like someone owes you. You feel like you don't have closure in so many areas of your love life, that you feel love has been unfair, and you just can't really focus and be in the proper mindset to set yourself up for successful love, because you are dwelling in the past. You are stuck with the regrets. You are still feeling like a victim because you feel like, you know, justice hasn't been met. When is your day going to come? It's like many of you are sitting back or waiting for someone's karma, and that's not how you can live your life. You can't live your life waiting for someone to get their just. Leave it to the universe. Whatever's going to happen to that person is going to happen to that person. But you can't base your relationships or base your desire for love based upon the fact that people have hurt you in the past and that you feel you have no closure. Okay, so don't let animosity, don't let the thoughts of revenge or calculations of how you can get back to someone stop you from being healthy in a mental sense, so that you can be good in your new relationships, so you can let go of the past in your new relationships. You're wanting justice, you're wanting karma, so much so some of you, you're putting that as a priority, which is making your current relationships not work out, because you're too invested in trying to get justice from the past and still connected to the past, rather than dealing with the future and building on what you have now. A lot of you are scared to get into relationships, or you stay away from relationships, or you sabotage your relationships because you want the answers. You want to get to the bottom of things. And I get it. I believe that you should. But not everything is going to be told to you. Not everyone's going to tell you the truth. Not everything's going to play out in your time as you want it to. Many of you fear relationships because you fear the unknown. But if you don't operate in a sense of faith, if you don't have belief in yourself, if you don't believe in love and the ability to love, then what are you doing? Others of you go into relationships not looking at the signs, not tapping into the energy that comes from the elements, that comes from above, that is trying to show you certain things about yourself and about your connections and about the people that you were involved with. Some things should come to you naturally. Not everything is going to play out on the big screen for you, so to speak. That is for you to learn and to grow and to nurture. But if things feel off, if the energy is off, if you feel that there is something wrong with your connection, that should give you the doubt then, or at least the shadow to think that maybe there's more. Maybe there's more to this situation. There's more to me. There's more to this person. There's more to this connection that meets the eye. You might have a bad start of a relationship, or you could have a great start and then it goes bad. But it doesn't mean it might stay that course. There could always be other things going on in your life and other people's life that contributes to the breakdown in your relationship. Just keep a sound reminder that there's a lot of things about yourself, about your love, about the people that you romantically are attracted to that you don't know about. And in some cases, you will never know. But you always have to operate in the sense of what if. There's a potential it could be. Don't ever sell yourself short. Never take anyone for granted. And don't take them at face value. Don't go by people's words, but go by their actions. In the middle of the deck, we get the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you are too giving when it comes to love. You're too giving financially. A lot of people might come to you as a come up. They see you as someone that they can be codependent on. Watch what you put on social media. Don't brag about your wealth or what you do for a living or how you live or what car you drive. Be happy about the blessings that God has given you in your life and what you've worked hard for. But also be careful for the snakes in the grass that see you as an easy prey. Sometimes it's not about us trying to find love, but letting love find us. Others of you fail at relationships because you're after the bag. You're looking for that person to be your sugar daddy, to be your sugar mama, instead of standing on your own. That too can have bad results. With the card soulmate, many of you have come across many soulmates in your life, but you have to remember that soulmates, the interactions that you have with them, yes, some of them can be romantic, but soulmate connections are more like life lessons, more like karmic connections. So don't be disappointed if that relationship doesn't work, because maybe it wasn't meant to work. It was meant to be a relationship to help you along your journey and to help you in a particular cycle of your life. Let your friends help you. This is a double sword when it comes to letting your friends help you. Some of you, I feel, or the universe feels, has too much of your friends' energy, too much of their say-so, too much of your friends' involvement in your relationships. Don't let your friends be cozy to your boo, your guy, your girl. They shouldn't know the intimate, the details of your relationship. Sure, you can talk and have conversations, but keep it general without being specific. Because those same friends that you share everything with can be your enemy tomorrow, and your business and your relationship could be out in the streets. Others of you, let your friends help you. Your friends have pointed out to you your flaws in your relationships. Your friends have pointed out to you maybe the not so good characters that you choose to invite into your life romantically. Sometimes your friends, you know what? You really do have good, caring friends, and they are telling you the truth. Sometimes you do, in that sense, have to let them help you. But again, you have to know between which friends are really helping you and which friends are hating on you, maybe wanting what you have or just jealous of you. Finally, with the card of playfulness, some of you are too playful when it comes to your relationship. You don't take things seriously, or the things that you should take seriously, you kind of just, you laugh it off. Remember that saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them, believe them. Others of you, you need to be a little bit more playful in your relationship. You're being too stern. If you're not showing that giving, loving side, that playful, that whimsical side of you, especially if that person was attracted to that in you in the beginning, if you lose it along the way, it will kind of steer them in the direction of another who might give them attention or excite them in those areas of the relationship where you once used to. With the message of jump in, you're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take the leap anyway. This is that time. Some of you are afraid to jump in particular situations, again, because you let the past hold you back. And as long as you live in the past, you're never going to be the fool to take that leap of faith, to take a chance, to jump in. Pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back. Look at all the possible outcomes and make sure you're heading to the right direction before moving forward. Big mistake many of you make when it comes to love and what's blocking your love is that many of you don't take that pause. You don't take that time to breathe, to gather back your thoughts, to regroup, to think where the mistakes were in your past relationship, what you could have done better, what they could have done better. Learn the lesson and heal. Take time for self, for growth and development before you move on to a relationship, another relationship. We just keep doing the domino effect. We just keep repeating from the past. Pause. Take that time to stop. Push the pause button in your life. Sometimes you need to take a break from relationships. You don't always have to be in a relationship. You have friends, you have family, you have hobbies, you have work. There's so many other areas of your life that can give you joy and fulfill that void until you heal and get back on the road of loving again, or wanting to be loved, or wanting to be in relationships. But you fail at relationships time and time again because you are going into rebound relationships. You're not taking the break. You're not taking that pause. And also, you're not giving that person that you're talking to or trying to hook up with to take the pause that they may need. How often have they been rebounding? Are you the side chick of the side chick of the side chick? So, you know, not only do you have to analyze whether you're giving yourself the proper time in between relationships so that you can fully heal, so that you don't bring past junk into your new relationships or tarnish it before it even gets to start. But what about your partner? What junk do they have in their background? What is it that they're holding to? What self-healing or what sense of purpose do they have about their life, about their past relationships? What connections or ties do they have to their past that are not healed or they're still clinging on to? With the energy of break free, you're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. We know it isn't easy, but it's very necessary. If you're going to share your true self with others, you have to be brave. You have to be real. Sagittarius, you must be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. You have to break free from the sense of thinking the way that you love or the way that you think love should be. You have to break free from the past. Many of you love or think of relationships in a certain way. And that's the way how you keep doing it, and that's the way how you keep coming up empty and losing at love. You have to break free from those past thoughts or past ways of doing things. Maybe they worked back then, or maybe they never worked at all. And if they never worked at all, that should tell you that you need to go a different route. So you need to break free from whatever is holding you back, whether it's your own actions, the actions of others, and go in a different direction and start anew. Let go of the insecurities, the fears, the denials that you go into these relationships with, knowing that down the line, these problems will still exist or will continue to grow. And then finally, with fresh start, you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Many of you jump into relationships, or you're afraid to jump into relationships because you haven't taken the pause. You haven't taken the break to learn from your past. You're still holding on, so you can't break free. And unless you break free, guess what? You can't get the fresh start. Do you see how it's all connected? Do you see how all these energies are aligned with each other to either make or break your relationship? A lot of the reasons why your relationships aren't working is because you are not allowing yourself the fresh start. You're not allowing yourself to break free. You're not putting your life or these relationships on pause and reflecting on what it is that is wrong with them, or how you're approaching them, or who or what type of person you're attracted to. You might be jumping in repeatedly into the wrong relationships because you're not taking the time to heal, to learn, to grow, to question why you go in the directions or deal with a certain type of people that you do in love. Allow yourself a fresh start by breaking free from the past ways of loving, the past ways of how you look at love. Don't judge love from how your parents loved, or how your sister loved, or how your girlfriend, or how your co-worker loves. You have to understand what love means to you and how you approach it, what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to fight for, what you're willing to compromise and what totally is a deal breaker. And that all varies for many of us. Let's see what else can be interfering as far as third parties or other people's energies with why you're having blockages in love, or you're not making the right decisions in love. Friendship. Friends came up twice in this reading. Watch your friendships. Watch what you tell your friends. Watch what friends you have in your inner circle that you bring around your partners. Establish those boundaries, and you shouldn't have to establish them. Friends should know there's certain things they shouldn't do or say, or be in the company of their friend's partner. Karma. Some relationships that you're in, why they don't work out is because they're karmic lessons. It's karma being returned to you, or karma being lived through you for that person. Wallflower. Many of you are not having good luck when it comes to love because you're stuck against the wall. You're stuck within yourself. You're still hurting. You can't break free. You're holding on to the past. You have a one-way sense of thinking when it comes to love. You're very shy. Maybe the hurt and pain through your past relationships have made you be this wallflower, where you don't know how to reach out. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know or understand your own love language. To be heard, you must be seen. But you have to have confidence in yourself. And if you don't have confidence in yourself, you will never feel that you are enough. You will never feel that someone will desire you. You will always feel like you're at the party, but as a spectator, you're not there enjoying, you're not on the dance floor. Young male. Some of you are attracted to, or you tend to hang around a lot of younger men in your life. And that's okay to date a younger person, but remember their maturity level, remember where they are in their life, and depending on how old or how much older you are than this person, they can only do but so much. Even if they're mature in spirit, they are still the age that they are. So for those of you who want to have relationships with younger men or younger women, again, there's only but so much they can do, because there's only but so much on that level of where you're at. They could be nowhere where you're at on your level. They can fake the funk, but you got to remember they still are who they are in that time and space, which they should be for the age that they are. And if you're older than them, you should know that. So you can't expect them to act something that they're not. So these relationships, they're fun, they're great to have, it can make you feel good, it's great companionship, but never put your eggs in that basket. The vast age difference will eventually, in time, become an issue. Then finally, with long distance, a lot of you tend to date online. You go on these online websites, you know, there's so many of them. I don't know because I don't mess with those things. Thank God. There's a lot of thirsty people on these websites. There's a lot of unloyal and shady people. Yes, there might be a handful of good ones, and yes, you do hear very rarely the good stories, the happy stories that come out from them. But you have to be careful of not being catfished. A lot of you are pining away or falling deep for people that you've never really seen in person, that you've never physically come in contact with because you're so far away. It's almost like having, for my season Saggies, remember what a pen pal was, right? Someone that you would just be in constant communication with letters. Well, think of, the internet, all these new things, Instagram. Think of it as your modern day pen pal. The way how people communicate with people romantically from a distance. But with the twist, people can now lie and pretend to be whatever they want to be. And if you're gullible enough and don't see the red flags and do your homework, you will believe them. You hear it all the time, people who send their life savings to people, or they do all these things for people that they've never even met. Is this person even who they say they are? Long distance relationships can work. I'm not saying that they don't. But make sure it's a genuine relationship. Make sure the person that you're falling in love with, or that you're communicating with, or you're pen paling with, is who they say they are. Make sure there is time when you do physically see each other on a regular basis, and not just all this long distance. Okay, that is a sheer tail sign of sabotage. And you'll be doing a lot of damage control with your heart. And you open yourself really to be catfished. In the middle of the deck with Beauty Queen. Oh, some of you are just too pretty for yourselves. You have too many options. And you might put yourself maybe on a higher pedestal than you need to be. Maybe you think you are that much of an it girl or it guy that you're overconfident. Having no confidence and having too much of it could be just as bad. So be careful of how you flex your energy, how you show yourself out to the world. You want to be charismatic, you want to, be magnetic, but you don't want to be conceited. You want to do the right thing for people. You want to do the right thing for yourself. You don't want to put yourself out there like you're better than other people, because you can set yourself up to be disappointed and hurt just like everyone else. So if you're beautiful, not only physically, but more importantly, internally, use that beauty in a good way for your relationships. Don't flaunt it, but use it in a way that makes your relationship healthy. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I always say, inner beauty is so much more beautiful to men and women than people who are beautiful on the surface. So if you think just because you're cute that you're entitled to do whatever you want to do when it comes to love and you can get whoever you want, okay, that might work for, a few years. But after a while, people want real people of substance. They want a wife. They want a husband. They want someone who has some type of gumption. You know what I mean? So your inner beauty is what is really going to always win in the end game. Is there anything else we need to know as far as time, energy, conflicting sources that impact Sagittarius' relationships? In the middle of this deck, we get more information. What did I say earlier? A lot of you are not doing your homework looking into these people that you date, especially for those Sagittariuses that do a lot of this online dating and the long distance relationships. Get more information, get as much information as you can before you commit to these relationships. You start sending people money or giving them your heart and soul. Get more information. Let's get another card in closing. Ask your angels. If you're in doubt of how you feel about someone, if you're in doubt about your relationship, if you have questions, hey, am I doing something wrong? Is there something I need to change? Or are there other things that I need to be doing or maybe not doing? Ask your angels. Have that. Don't be afraid to ask your angels or to have that conversation with yourself. Because maybe you are doing the right thing. Maybe it is the other person. But maybe it can also be you. No matter the case, don't be afraid to pause and ask yourself and evaluate where you are. When you come into a problem in life, you take time to think it through and to work it out, right? Well, the same thing with your love life. If shit is going left or things aren't aligning and you find yourself in the same situations time and time again, you need to pause and ask yourself, ask your angels, and look into what is the common denominator here. Why are you always in these same situations? Or why is it that the people you date act a certain way? Is it because it's them? Is it because it's you? Or is it a combination of the both? How do you make it all make sense? In closing, let's get a card from the Moon deck. What do you need to release? Coming back again full circle about Sagittarius when it comes to love in your relationships. Are you holding on to the wrong person too long? Are you holding on to the thoughts of love or connection with someone in a relationship for the wrong reasons? Are you afraid to let go of someone or to let go of a particular desire to be with someone because you're afraid of being alone, or you're afraid of this person being with someone else? What do you need to release? Why are you scared to ask yourself that question? Why are you afraid to ask the angels to answer for you what it is you need to release? A lot of you need to release the thoughts, the desires for certain people that you want in your life romantically. You need to release your fantasy of what you think love should be and what it actually is. But you won't do it because you're afraid of the answer. You're afraid that the answer won't align with how you want it to be, how you want the story to end. Live your life with truth and purpose. But when it comes to love, please start addressing the questions, the doubts, the insecurities that you have. Start making it make sense so that you can make better decisions and attract better partners that align with you and what your true perception of love should be. I hope this reading has been a blessing to you. I hope, if nothing else, it starts getting you to look at your love life, to look at the course of your journey, of the type of partners you've been with or aligned yourself with. For those of you who are stuck on online dating or giving too much of yourself too soon. For those of you who hold on to the past and expect that past to work for you in your future. Not being able to let go, not being able to stop being addictive or having people be codependent on you. There's so much homework to be done for many of us when it comes to ourselves and our love lives individually and collectively. But the inner work starts with you. It all starts and begins with you. So I hope, if nothing else, this reading has highlighted some areas in your life that you need to address as to maybe why your relationships are working the way how they are, or what could be blocking your blessings when it comes to love, or why particular type of lovers are always coming to your door and not others. May you have a blessed love life always, and may you be protected with God's joy, and that you, through the difficulties of love and the up and downs, of love, that eventually you will learn to love yourself, which is the ultimate love, and from then you can branch off to extending your love to others. but to the ones who deserve it. So ask your angels, who deserves your love? Who should I, Sagittarius, be guided to towards love? Who should be guided to me? That we can connect as two spiritual beings in a loving way, as companions that will respect each other, that will love each other, that will grow with each other. That's the ultimate goal, to be one in union with the same type of principles, the same type of spark and energy for love and life. I pray that happens for you and for all my Sagittarius. Namaste.